Hello, hello, hello. Come on in, come on in. Come on in here, come on in here. It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on in these YouTube streets with our favorite flower. Come on in, come on in. Listen, y'all, I've been sick and shut in this holiday weekend. Come on in. I'm trying to get caught up. Our favorite flower then got the family caught up in some ish. She done got the family caught up in some mess, y'all. Y'all think they cussing her out right about now? Fifi said, you gonna get a charge, you gonna get a charge, you gonna get a charge. Fifi handing out them papers like Oprah be handing out them gifts on Oprah's favorite things. Y'all remember when Oprah used to do favorite things on the Oprah show back in the day in December? You get a car, you get a car. Like, that's the vibe I got from Fifi. Come on in, y'all. Listen, y'all, I'm struggling. I'm trying to get my life together. I said, let me come on here real fast, y'all. We ain't gonna have this to be a whole part-time job tonight. I can't do it. I can't do it. I got a little something for y'all. How y'all doing? I hope y'all had a good holiday. Y'all been over here struggling. I ain't been worried about the damn flower and whatever the hell she got popping. I ain't been giving a damn about nothing but trying to live. I'm just over here trying to live. How y'all doing? Hey, Ariane. Happy December. Y'all see my little shorts I did? Listen, that's all I had the strength to do this weekend was a damn short here and there. I couldn't give y'all nothing else. That's all I had. I ain't had nothing else for y'all. I ain't done a workout. I ain't done a squat, a push-up, a sit-up. I ain't done not a damn thing like most of y'all ain't done in a long time anyway. So I'm out here moving like y'all. Oh my goodness, y'all. I'm struggling. I was like, oh, I ain't getting on the camera today. I logged into the stream, y'all. The camera was on. I said, I guess we doing the camera today. How are y'all? Y'all got to get me caught up. I've been trying my best. So I said, let me see what Fifi talking about. Y'all know Fifi going in if she doing a 2-hour live stream because Fifi don't do that. That's me and Tosh be doing the absolute most. We treat the live streams like a whole part-time job. Listen, Fifi ass listen, y'all got one goddamn hour. Y'all got 60 minutes. 60 minutes. I be like, I need to get like Fifi. Fifi be in and out. My goddamn ass be spending the night, having a whole meal. Listen, I needs to do better with my time management. I needs to get like Fifi. How are y'all? Hey, Kathleen, PM. How y'all doing? Ariane, hey, thank you, Cassandra. Thank you, girl. Listen, I've been feeling a mess. So I said, well, I guess I ain't gotta look how I feel because I feel I said, let me do a little something. Let me do a little something. Y'all girls struggling. But I said, I'm gonna come out here. Let me come out here and give a little live stream, see what's going on, see what the hell going on with Rose. I seen her ass at the house. She done made it back to the house with them in-laws. She talked about, they said she can't have daddy on the on the channel no more. But why did I just see a content with daddy in the camera? I said, didn't mama say daddy ass can't be on the camera? Why is daddy on the camera? Why is daddy on the camera? Y'all, I seen daddy on the camera because y'all know that baby look just like him. That baby look just like grandpa. I caught a glimpse of let me see. Rose was cooking, playing around in the kitchen, doing something this morning, making breakfast. Before I say them damn kids supposed to be at school. What the hell going on? And Bigfoot was in the kitchen, and I caught a glimpse of him and his eyes. And I said, race, number 3. Number 3 got Bigfoot eyes. I caught a glimpse of Bigfoot in his eyes, and I realized, I said, number 3 got daddy's eyes. They got the same exact eyes. Number 4, y'all, number 4 look just like Rose, really. I don't know if y'all say he be looking the number 4 like grandpa, but number 4 look like Rose too. That's Rose baby right there. How y'all doing today? Hey, y'all, I was sick too. Listen, today, your girl jacked up here. I'm jacked all the way up. I ain't been right. I feel like I ain't really been right in about a month. I get a little better and then, child, I go back downhill. Thank you. 23, that one girl. I appreciate you. Trying to do a little something for the holidays. Trying to do a little something. Y'all see my little short out there? I did one with the virtual child. I'm on a plane. Somebody talking about, oh, that's a good virtual. I can't even see the other background. That look real. That look real. Oh my goodness. What's going on? Who is playing on Fifi phone? Y'all, why y'all waiting to correct the Fifi when she was jacking up that girl name? Y'all know how to pronounce Rose sister name. Y'all know that woman name. Fifi said about 5 different variations of, she said everything but my, I think y'all, she said it right the first time. After that, shit went downhill. I can say it on some days it hit me and I be like, Makwane. Child, don't ask me on Wednesday how to say that child name because I'm better forgot that damn fast. It's one of the ones to where, you know how you have the spelling bee and it's that one word that's gonna goddamn F you up. You hoping they don't ask you how to spell that ish. Like, please don't ask me that one because I can't remember that for the life of me. That is Makwane name. Do not damn ask me how to damn spell it. Don't ask me how to damn spell that woman's name. Oh my God. Fifi gave so many damn variations of that damn name. Oh my God. It was so hilarious. What is going on? Fifi got the damn woman phone number all talking about, is this you who was playing on my phone? But really think about it, y'all. How can you get pissed off at somebody sharing your phone number when they got your phone number from you playing on their shit? Like, really think about it. Like, how can I get pissed off that you to show my phone number to the damn world? Because we know Fifi worldwide. Fifi, as we know, they listening to her in Africa and in Afghanistan, in Europe, in China. Y'all know Fifi worldwide with these receipts. I said, Lord, why they keep playing with this phone? Why they keep playing with her phone? Of all people to pick with, they decide to pick with that. When Fifi said, I'm 300 pounds and I'm going to slay all y'all skinny ass. I said, if the world can have the confidence that Fifi has, if the world could move with such confidence. How y'all doing? How are y'all? How y'all doing? Y'all coming on? Come on in here. Y'all hit the like button as y'all come on in here. Honor students in the house. What's up, Karen? What is up? Kane Corso, how you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. How are you? How y'all doing? Janelle, what's up? What's up? Y'all having a good day? Hey, Shelly. Shelly say, Chicken everyone. I'm on the train, so can't shout out everyone individually. But hey, what's up, Shelly? What is up? Pian said, yes, I love those short chic. You look like a young adult. Little teeny bopper. Yes. So I see y'all girl, they made it back home. I see she with the family. So question, was she stuck in Ohio for Thanksgiving? Where was Thanksgiving? Because I felt like she didn't get home until the next day. Was she in Ohio with her family for Thanksgiving? Was she stuck there? Because I feel like the next day I saw her when she had something posted about being home. Y'all let me know, when did she get home? Was she at home? Where did she spend? Thank you, Kane Corso. I appreciate you. Where did she spend Thanksgiving? And who cooked that damn food? Okay, so we got questions. Where was Thanksgiving? Where did she spend Thanksgiving? And then who cooked the food at her house in Las Vegas? Because when I called, I think it was yesterday's content or something like that, and she was handing out plates and stuff, and it was plates full of food. And I didn't see no color folks in the clip. Like, she was the only brown face I seen. So I ain't seen no color folks there. Nobody that looked like they can do something in the kitchen. So where was Thanksgiving dinner? Was she stuck in Ohio for Thanksgiving? And who the hell made the food in Las Vegas? Who made the potato salad? Who made the potato salad? Who made the potato salad, y'all? Because Brett had him damn a plate pile. Listen, I just want to know. I want to know. Then the questions I got. Kane Court says, I had to air that whole plane out after she was on there with those kids. There was a musty. Okay, Kane Course. Listen, I said, Kane Course, I said we ain't played around in a while. I seen Fifi had a thumbnail of who's the woman that was holding number 4. What was that about with the woman, the stranger holding number 4? So only scenarios that I'm coming up with as to why somebody should have been holding that baby like that is if she had to get up and go to the why, child? Who was holding baby number 4? We don't know that woman. Who was holding baby number 4? Who had the baby? Who was the authorized, unauthorized person holding number 4? It was just a lot going on that I was just taking in on Fifi Live. Child, I only got through about 38 minutes of the 2 hours because I said, y'all, I'm trying to muster up the strength to do a live. So I couldn't even get through her whole 2 hours. I had to hop off of there and create a thumbnail real fast and hop on over to StreamYard because I had questions. Who is the woman holding number 4? Who hold number 4? Where was Thanksgiving at? And who made the potato salad that Brett had on his plate? Them was the questions I got. I need answers to those questions. PM said it looked like she was at home, and I believe Brett's mom may have cooked the food, but it's a mystery that Rose. Okay. Brolena says, Kane, that was the dented crock pot that stunk them. Brolena, come on now. Y'all, did y'all see the excitement on her face when she came in and seen that damn crock pot on the counter? So she's highlighting the crock pot. I said, wait a damn minute. Is it dented? What the hell going on with the crock pot? What is going on with the crock pot? She was just so excited to see the crock pot where she didn't even see the dents until like moments later. What happened to the crock pot? That crock pot looked like somebody got hit over the head with it. I want to know the story behind the crock pot. What happened to the crock pot? Y'all, I got a lot of questions today, y'all, and I'm going to try to get these damn answers in an hour. I need y'all to come through with the answers. Y'all hit the like button as y'all come on in. Hit the like button because, listen, y'all know when I got questions, I get on StreamYard and go live. What the hell happened to the crock pot, y'all? What happened to the crock pot? Pia said, stranger was told number 4 of the rose is nuts. That lady was just cheap. I said, who is this? Why couldn't one of the sons, the oldest son, hold number 4 if she did have to get up and go to the bathroom? How you just randomly have your baby just in somebody's arms? Like, it just be this type of stuff as, you know, when I turn on the internet and I get to scrolling and I get to seeing stuff and I get to questioning stuff. You know, it be this kind of stuff. This is what do it for me. I'm like, who is this? Harpo, who that woman? Who is that? Confusion. Aqua Rose, what's up? You said she lets randoms handle her kids all the time. She did the same thing in Hawaii. Anybody who wants her kids, she give them. Yes, she did do that a lot in Hawaii. And I guess I hadn't seen that late because y'all, it's a new day with me when I watch her content. But I do remember back when they used to always be at that pool and it'd just be somebody random, you know, handling the kids. But I'm like, this damn woman just don't damn care. Rolena says that was the first random woman she found. Nobody knows her, but number 4 was happy. The pits were. Y'all say it's the little things. It's the little things. He said number 4 was just happy with the little things. Kane Corsa says, not the dinner crock pot and stained filthy air mattress. Listen, when I say she lit up like a Christmas tree, when she talking about who ain't got no furniture. Y'all, that woman lit up like a Christmas tree when she seen that crock pot, when she seen that Keurig, and child, when she seen that. So when she started, so listen, y'all, before she put the camera on the bedroom and she started talking about, oh, he brought our bed, y'all, I'm thinking that she talking about some actual furniture because remember before they left, they did end up getting like an actual bed. So I'm thinking that heifer getting excited over the actual bed, like, oh, snap, they got their bed, you know, with the, when she put that goddamn camera on that damn dirty ass air mattress, I was done. I said, bitch, what? I know this is not what we getting excited for. She talking about who ain't got no furniture. Who ain't got no furniture? Y'all, when I say it be the little things for people, it's the little things. It's the little thing. It be really legit the goddamn little things. I said, well, damn. I really be trying. Like some days I be like, you know what? I can't do her today. I'm just not gonna do her. I can't. How many of y'all in here saw my last live on this channel? I think where we talked about Nature Boy, the connection between her and Nature Boy. Because I've been getting a good amount like comments on that. And somebody had put a comment on my video, just this long, y'all, comment. And they told me, like, y'all, I'm still digging. I'm still doing my research on that because multiple people are saying, Ariane, you say you listen to that. Okay. So multiple people are coming in my content confirming that she did have a connection with them. There was something there, and that there is content out there where she is in it. There's a lot of content on the internet that there's a lot of Nature Boy content out there. And that was from what I've come to learn, that was what his end game. He wanted to just be just worldwide, be like the Black Messiahs. He worldwide, all right, worldwide, while his ass locked up. Anyway, so people are getting in my comments are saying that you're right, but the rabbit hole runs deep. Like it's some, hold on, let me get some water. I'm back. Y'all know I'm under the weather. So people are saying that the rabbit hole runs deep. They're saying she continued to look, continued to dig, because there is video footage out there where she is in the footage with him. They saying that the person said there was IG video, and they said they came to know who she was from that particular content, not Queen of King content. They said how she got connected to Nature Boy was back when they used to dance. They used to dance together. Y'all, any of y'all, let me know if y'all familiar with Nature Boy. I forgot this part, but I did know this, but in my live, I didn't mention it. Nature Boy history, he used to be an exotic dancer. Child. I don't know if you call that a man of many talents. I don't know what the hell we want to call that. But he used to be an exotic dancer. I think he used to dance. He might even used to dance here in Atlanta. But somebody came in my comments and said that is how they met. They used to dance together. So from what I know, Rose have only danced in Las Vegas. So I don't know where they danced at, but the person was saying that's how they met. That is how they met. And this is how they came to know of her, through the connection with them. And before they knew what a queen of whatever, they was like, no. So I'm continuing to dig, do research to try to find the footage, because there's a lot of content out there that's Nature Boy centered. And it's like, you got to just be digging, because it's like so many people have hours of content on him. And then there's old video footage and things. So to find something with her in it, it's going to have to be footage that's going back beyond Brett years, like 6+ years, because the person who did a comment in my video said that in the video, I think the boys, her small children, are also in the video, the two older boys, and they were really small. So when I think about when she would have likely ran around with Nature Boy, it would have been around 2015, 2016, which means her two oldest ones would have been around 3 years old, 2, 3, like somewhere like toddlers. So I'm looking for that because I want to see that. I just want to see, I don't know. I just want to see it. I just want to see it because that world, Nature Boy world, is so just different from the world that she's living in today. However, we've said that we can see just how she moves and her mindset and just how it's just off. It does line up with Nature Boy and their ideology and how they move and things like that. I just want to see the footage with them together to just kind of bring it all together, if y'all know what I'm saying. I know it's out there. People are in my comments saying it's out there. It's out there. So usually in my evening this weekend, y'all wasn't doing much content. Did a couple of shorts, but I'm digging, trying to find the content with Rose Miller and Nature Boy because y'all, it is out there and I feel like we're going to find it. And when I find it, I'm going to bring it to y'all on this channel because I just want to see it. I want to present it to you all because if that is the case and how she running around and moving now, child, that's taking fraudulent activity to a whole nother level. A whole nother level. What's up, Tosh? Happy holiday. How you doing? How are you? How you doing? Island girl, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, Bobby? Brat baby, Suze. Hey, Suze. Laura says, Akaro, she really is learning to cook and she is trying. I will not bash her efforts because someone failed to teach her cooking is funny, minus the gas stove. Listen, Virtuous, what's up, Virtuous woman? So, yes. So, I'll probably be coming to you all. I want to come back on here with some more content centered around Nature Boy and the connection with Rose Miller. But I got a question for y'all, and I might do a whole entirely different live for y'all on this one. But I got to thinking, and when we see how things have panned out with Nature Boy and all those women, and I'm hearing that a bunch of them are like going to jail, some of the women are leaving, things like that. Do y'all think she would have been better off staying affiliated in that world, the carbonation world, than the world that she's created, now as far as with the Queen of Kings, with Brett and everything that she got going on? Like, that's the question I have when I just think about her life, what she's doing now, just the difference as far as with the quality of life and, what it would look like, say, had she been with Nature Boy versus the quality of life she has now with the white man. So I got to thinking like that because, listen, Nature Boy down bad. Everybody who was running around with that damn man is down bad. The women on camera looking hungry and crying. And then you got, Rose over damn traveling across the U.S. windmilling, fighting people on the internet. So which situation is better for her? Was she better off being a part of carbonation, or is she better off with what we see today? Like, y'all really think about that. Like, is she better off today than had she would have stayed with carbonation? Because how she moves, it lines up with the carbonation. But hell, I guess at least she ain't sleeping outside in the tent. At least she ain't funky outside. She might be funky indoors. But y'all, do it hit different when you funky outside? Like, think about it. Like, being funky outside in the tent with no access to water versus having a roof over your head, a kitchen that you might not know how to cook in, but it's there, and you got some heat and some running water. I'm just saying sometimes we got to drill it down to real basics and see which one is the better. Ariane, listen. Ain't it better to know that you got access to hit some water even if you choosing not to versus to know that you ain't even got it as an option? Sometimes people feel good knowing that something is an option, even if they're choosing to not explore it, but it's an option. Kind of like, I got food in my refrigerator. I ain't hungry, but I know I got it in there versus Damn, I ain't got no food in the refrigerator. I ain't even got a refrigerator. You know what I'm saying? So I think in comparison, arguably, she just might be winning in comparison to the damn carbonation folks. I'm just saying. I don't know. I just want to put that out there to y'all. I just got thinking. I told you I wasn't on the internet doing live, so I just was just thinking while I'm throwing back medicine. Just thinking and taking medicine. Bro, Landon says Tom, I was right. No clothes, no doctors, no schools, no soap, no beds, water bottle. Yes, like Tosh. What is your Tosh, either nature boy or naked and afraid? Can y'all imagine her so naked and afraid? Lord Jesus. I don't think she will work out on naked and afraid, especially if they team. Ain't nobody gonna want her ass on their team. They gonna be like, you go sit your ass over there and rub these sticks together until it make fire. I don't know how to make fire, bitch. Just go work on it anyway. You just sit there and just keep damn rubbing. Just rub them goddamn sticks. Oh my God, not naked and afraid. But yeah, like the nature, like it, yeah, I think they would have fought. It wasn't gonna work out for her there. Yeah, they would have. In Nature Boy, they was over there beating. Everybody was getting hands put on them over there. So yeah, she damn sure wouldn't have been exempt over there. She, Lord Jesus, can y'all imagine them women? Are y'all familiar with the women? Malia, Zook, y'all, all them women who's a part of the wives. Y'all think the wives would have dealt with her over there? Man, they would have had their foot. Y'all, she think Fifi be on her ass. Nah. I think that early on, she already knew that she didn't really play. I call it play well with others when you can't really get along with a good, like a lot of people, like work well together, be a team. I call it play well with others in the sandbox. I think early on, she concluded that she couldn't really play well with others in the sandbox. So she said, you know, I got to get the hell on. And I think that was probably the best move, because what I've come to see about the carbonation and those women, it's a family unit. Everything is just team oriented. It's not a I, it's we, it's us. Nature Boy was the only one who was kind of like singled out of anything, y'all. You couldn't tell him he wasn't God, and they asses was over there believing him. But everybody else, it was like, you know, we're a family. And I just can't imagine her falling in line with that, being in, you know, a system where together, collectively, we're coming together, we're working together to make this thing work. She would have stayed getting her damn ass whooped. She knew. She said, I got to run to the white man, because what y'all doing over here, I can't goddamn, I got to go and find that white man, that blue-eyed devil that y'all said that was a blue-eyed devil. I got to go find him, because what y'all got going on over here, I can't do it. Because y'all, she literally went and got with who they are taught, from what my understanding is from the Hebrew Israelites, who they are taught as being the devil, the bad guy. That is who she ran into the arms of. Like, y'all really think about that. Really think about that. That's like the man from the KKK running to go wife up a damn Muslim a Muslim chick or something. Like, really think about that. Like, just I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying, I really been deep thought into this stuff. Ty said, yes, she's a new age pilgrim gypsy. Okay. Brolanda said, pilgrims have to churn their own butter and cook. I cannot. Y'all doing too much. I told y'all I can't be laughing. Bright Baby said, I think she also aborted her first baby with Bigfoot because of them. So because of her still having the ideology of them being bad, the white man being bad. That's interesting, Brat Baby. Laura says she found the whitest, tallest, blue-eyed guy. Right. It's almost, to me, gives like she purposefully went against the teaching. It's so just the opposites. It's like as though she purposely ran to, quote unquote, who she was taught as being the oppressor, the bad guy. Like, y'all, really, when you think about it, it's crazy. It's really crazy. That's why I kind of go, y'all know how my brain go. I go deep in thought. That's why I really want to try to find the footage with her in the environment with them, because I want to see it, but I want to present it to you all, because it's like, how do you, what's the transition process? What does that look like to go from that extreme of living ideology, thought process, to being with the white man? Like, it's just crazy, y'all. It's mind-boggling to me. I'm just like, shit, I don't know how it is, but it's mind-boggling to me. And I be up, y'all. I've been listening to content centered around Nature Boy, just still with just the refresher and just learning more information about him and that world and their thought process. And the more that I kind of get into it, the more I just really want to find that connection, that connection between she and them, because I truly can see it with how she moves, how she just how certain things that the average person care about, or what we may be like concerned about, as far as with how to care for ourselves, just basic hygiene, how to care for our children. It's just those basic things that for us is just so basic, but to her it's just like, no, like, it's not important. It's like, what you mean it's not important? Like, this is a part of life. It's just, it's that whole world, y'all. It's deep. It's deep. So I'm definitely going to be coming back to you all with more content on it. Virtuous Woman says she wasn't in no cult. The only cult she know is the Miller cult. Like Brolena said, she created her own cult. What do you think her connection was? Or do you think, Virtuous Woman, she had a connection with Nature Boy? Do you think she was a part of that world, or do you think she wanted to, and then they was like, you don't fit in? She was even doing too much for them if they didn't think she was, good enough for them. They just, y'all, wouldn't that be something if they even thought she was a bit much? If Nature Boy and them said, oh, hell no. Like, really, if they even turned, they know, like, what? Nah, you can go now. Where she didn't have to run away. They said, no, this ain't the place for you. Laura says, I am white, but he very white. You say he white. Shelly said, agree, Virtuous Woman. She called all to herself and her followers. They are the problem too. Hey, what's up, Nurse Lisa? How you doing? Say, I'm cooking and listening. Welcome. Brad Baby says she had friends that told her to abort the baby because black and white don't mix. Now, what the hell we hear that at? So did she say it on the Queen of Kings channel? Because, like, where did you hear her say that at? Or, was it, before the Queen of King brand? Wow. This is crazy. So if that was her mindset with aborting a first baby, and then she got pregnant again and say, okay, we're going to keep this one. It just, I don't know, like a lot of things with her, it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. But what does make sense to me is her being caught up in that world. That makes a lot of sense to me. Janelle says, yes, the demon in her wants its own Rose Nation. Tasha, she knows what she is doing. Yes. Karen says, wonder why she left, but she took those habits with her. Exactly. It's like, I mean, it's like my first thought when I think about with her leaving is that something went down, something transpired. And because as I've been following the carbonation, a lot of the people, they leave. It's like they leave because of something happening. Like it's not good. It's like they come to see like, okay, this is too much. This is my limit. So I'm wondering, what was it that had it to be her limit that had her to leave? And then she left to go to the man who she was taught to not trust. You see what I'm saying? It was like, it to me, and I said it on my last live, is it gives that she was following everything they were saying from the carbonation, but something went left. Something happened that didn't sit well with her, that had her to kind of lose faith or trust in them. But though the ideology, she kind of was there, but at the same time, when it came to black man versus white man, I feel like something transpired that had her to think that the black man was no better than the white man because of X, Y, and Z, because of something happening. Y'all see what I'm saying? And who knows if whether or not the something had anything to do, she was a mom. She had her 2 boys at the time. Who knows if whether or not something transpired centered around her kids. Because here's another thing. I was watching an old footage of Eligio, aka Nature Boy. Have y'all seen the clip where he talks about not wearing clothes around his son? At the time, he was saying his son, and he'll be intimate with his son's mom in front of his son, and he would allow for his son to touch him and play with him or whatever, And his words also was followed by, that's why I do not allow anybody else's children to be around, to be here, because I am not going to control. I'm not going to control or change how I move to make somebody else feel comfortable. Those were his words. And whenever I've watched his footage, I don't see kids in carbonation. I've seen his child, that he ended up having a daughter with Velvet. I've seen that. I've seen in the videos that I was looking at, there was a lady that had like an infant baby holding it. But people who've been in my comments are saying that Rose had her 2 sons with her. They were toddler age. They were walking. They were 3, 4. Remember, this is pre-Brett. You can do the math. Her and Brett been together 6, 7 years. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So these kids were like 3, maybe 3 and 4, 2 and 3, around that age. How was Nature Boy moving during that time? Because remember, with the video I watched with him making these comments about what he does with his son, I don't know what this son looks like because I've only seen the daughter that he has with Velvet. I've seen the daughter. I've never seen the son, but he said the son was little. And he said, I do not let other kids in here around because I'm not going to control what I'm doing for the comfort of nobody else. Around here, I believe in walking around with no clothes on. If my son want to touch, that's part of him learning his anatomy. This is nature. Rose used to be a part of this world. Rose at that time was a single mom with 2 kids. She had 2 sons. Bobby, you say he has 2 sons. How old are his sons, Bobby? Because, again, like I say, why did she leave? From my research, people leave when stuff get funky, when stuff go down. Things go down. That is why people leave. What went down that had her to say, you know what, I'm leaving. And not only am I leaving, I'm going to the man who y'all taught me that was bad. And to me, it's giving, is he really bad or are you the bad one? Are you guys really the bad ones? I'm going over here because y'all, that's why you all, this has my attention, and I've been digging and digging on this Nature Boy stuff because people in my comments are like sheep. It runs deep. It's really demonic. It just goes deep. Just keep digging. Look here. Look at Kulu. Look at King World. You're going to find it. You're going to find it. So I'm digging. This is what I'm usually doing on my downtime lately. Looking at old Nature Boy content because I want to find that connection. I want to find that connection. So that's where my mind is. D-Fit said her two oldest boys look more like Nature Boy than Adonis, so I don't know. You know, from my understanding, she met Nate. They said the person in my comments said she met Nature Boy in California. They said she met him in California. I know her Adonis and her were together here in Georgia, which is where I live. But they said she met Nature Boy while dancing. So I don't know. I just got a lot of questions. Ariane says Sheik, it will pop up. I feel like it'll pop up too. I feel like it'll pop up. Y'all know, y'all gonna know when it pops up. Virtual says, I gotta get up on my YouTube channels. I don't know any of y'all talking about except Rose. I don't know Nature Boy or Eligio. Virtuous woman, if you get a chance, my last live I did on this channel, check out that live. It probably was like 3 hours, but just check it out, and it's going to introduce you at least to Nature Boy or Eligio. He's in jail. He ran a cult. They were here in Atlanta when he was arrested, but they've traveled, all over, different parts of the world. And child, they was getting kicked out of whole entire countries just for their uncleanliness, just craziness. They were like, Honduras, like, listen, y'all don't know how to go to the toilet. Y'all can't bring your asses back here. Don't bring your asses back here if y'all gonna keep shitting on our trees. We don't do that over here. We use toilet paper and we use toilet bowls, and we do all that behind a door in a bathroom. I'm just saying that's how we roll here in Honduras. And they ain't lying, y'all. I just left from Honduras. Remember, y'all was gone on a cruise for a week in July. Honduras was one of my stops. They ain't playing them kind of damn games. Them folks got running water, pipes, bathrooms. They ain't playing with them. Y'all, I just left there. I guess I needed to go there so I could co-sign the message that the Hondurans had for their asses. Because Hondurans was like, no, take your ass in there and hit that water. Hit that water. Don't skip over the damn soap and close the damn door. Listen. Listen, it ain't, listen, folks be making shit more deeper than what it need to be. They just said, take your ass in there, hit some water. Then you can stay. Help me help you. Bobby said the oldest might be between 10 to 14 years old. Okay. So, I'm not quite sure. Like, so when he did that video talking about whatever with a son, I'm not sure how old that video was, but to me, it seemed like it was probably in the earlier stages of him starting carbonation, and I was judging it based off of like his hair. Over the years, his look has changed, like with his hair and things, and then the environment. He was outside, like as though they were in like another country or something when he was talking. He wasn't in the States. So that video was old. It was pretty old. I'd say probably at least 4 years old of that video. Francis says, I remember before Cactus had the last 2 kids, she would be flipping and the bigger boys would be hugging on her legs while she had them spread open. It was too weird for me. Listen, Nature Boy mindset is like, listen, everything is a free fall, we ain't got nothing to hide. We came into this world this way, like, and if you don't like it, don't bring your kids over here. And we know, from what I've been told is that she had her children with her when she was in that world. Rolena says, virtuous woman, don't watch Nature Boy before bedtime and have someone next to you when you watch. It's way too much, sis. Ariane said, this shit is super wild, too much mess. Raina, pop out and speak your lies. Oh, my goodness. You know what? D-Fit says she take oil, oregano, vitamin C, vitamin D3, and drink some lemon ginger tea with the honey and rest. Thank you for that. A lot of that stuff is what my husband be trying to get me to consume. And I be bucking the system. Take a picture of that whole list. Thank you. Thank you. Laura says she would have joined the People's Temple too. The People Temple. Yeah, my Virtuous says he fed that oil of oregano is the truth. My husband was trying to, I think, give me that last night. I walked right on past. He's like, "What, you need some sir, I didn't say that. I did not say." So clearly y'all said that's what I need, huh? Oh, it's disgusting. Rolanda said, "Virtuous woman, just watch with cautious sis. He brainwashed all those people who joined. He did. That's why I really feel like, she left because something happened, and it could have been something that was beyond her that had to do with her children. And sometimes that will be the thing that will, for a lot of people that kind of have people kind of wake up and snap out of something or move around and do something different when their children become impacted. So I truly feel like something happened. Something happened. Virtuous says 36 like 97 people smash the like button. Y'all, please hit the like button. Thank you. It don't cost you a thing. It don't cost you a thing. Rolanda says your remedy too. I guess it need to be my damn remedy, huh? Lavette says, I watched Rose live today and her oldest son told her those pants were dirty. Oh, Race was putting on and she had Brett put River on Mitch Mac's socks. So not the baby said them pants was dirty. Wow. Race is number 3. Number 3. We said number 3 was gonna be the one giving her the business. That's Rose Jr. right there. Yeah, that's Rose Jr. right there. Brad Baby said that was so crazy. Rose and Bigfoot give those vibes though. Those videos they make are so uncomfortable to watch. Do y'all think that he has any idea of her affiliation with them, as far as her past? Because how else would he know, Like, do y'all think that at any point she kind of told them that she used to run around with them? Did she even speak on them at all? Or if she just completely, wouldn't that be something? If he came to learn about it from us talking about it, don't let me child find some content. Like, wouldn't that be something? Because she said he stay on the reaction channels. That's what she said. She said he stay on these reaction channels. Y'all, I'm going to keep looking. Toodles, how you say, hey, chic like your, thank you, Toodles. I appreciate you. Aqua says, Rose gives off incestual mother vibes based off of the mouth sucking we have seen. Yes, like all of that. The only thing to me, as I've been researching this nature boy stuff that does not have her to fit in, is just her inability to play well with others. She don't do well with engaging with other people. Like she's too selfish for that. To me, I feel like when you're part of that type of life like that, what Nature Boy had going on, you have to be more of a selfless person because everything is shared. Like your resources are shared. Hell, your bodies, everybody's sharing everything. So you have this mindset of like, we're one, we're family, we're all we got. It's us against the world. That's not how she moves. Even within her marriage, we see that she's very separate when she talks about her relationship with her husband with she don't really, people will catch her when she say, my money, my channel, like she'll say my. And I just noticed from like people who are part of like a cult type life, and I would say probably the one I followed the most is Nature Boy, because I've known about him way longer than her. So for years, they're like a family. It's a community. Now, the only person to me within that community that was selfish was Nature Boy, because he said, he was God, and they treated him that way and looked at him like he was God. But everybody else within the household, the family, they're very kind of selfless people. You can tell just by their demeanors. And that's the sad part about it, is because as you got to, you listen to them speak, to be able to come into a world and you make somebody feel like they're God, they're everything. Like, that is not a selfish person. That's a person that struggles with self-love and struggles with knowing when to put themselves above somebody else or something else. So it's like the opposite. And her energy to me doesn't align with that. So I think in maybe, when we talk about why she's probably not a part of that world, it can very much be because of the energy she has with it being about me and nobody else. Me, my. And that's not the type of world that is. And who knows, maybe it came down to them saying, listen, like, we share around here. No one has anything to themselves. Like, everybody, we share these resources, we share responsibility, we share these things. And if your mindset already does not align with that, you're not gonna work out in that environment. You're not gonna fit in. But there are some things that she still took away from that experience when she was there that she still lives by, that we see. And what I'm curious to know is, when it comes to, let's just say, excuse me. What I'm curious to know is, when it comes to the hygiene part, what is the rationale behind that, as to why you don't want to take a bath regularly, frequently, daily? What is it to that? What is the rationale behind that? What's the rationale with exposing children to, like, sexual orientation type stuff? What is the rationale to that? Like, those are the things that I'd like to know. Like, what's the rationale? Because she left that world, ran to the man that looks like the man, the white man, but though she still carried things like ideologies centered around, like, I guess, nature, hygiene, sensuality. Like, how does she pick and choose what she took away versus what she did not? Like, that's the part that I'm confused on. Like, I want to know. Like, I really wish that she would not deny that she was ever part of that world and really speak on it, because I feel like it would be most beneficial to her if she did. Because if she speaks on it first and talks about it, she will be able to have more control over just the narrative centered around it. Like, hey, I was here for this length of time for this reason. These are the value. These are the things that I align up with. These are the things I don't. This is why I'm no longer a part of that world. I think that would be better for her. Therefore, she can get in front of it, than to let, say, people or somebody like myself come out and present the footage, and then, hell, come up with my own story on what I think happened. Because that's all we do. That's all anyone does. When somebody don't come out and speak up and say, hey, this is what the deal is, people will form their own narrative, their own thoughts. They'll just start putting things together and say, well, I don't know what happened, but this makes sense to me. Like, that's what people do. That's what people do. Lady Justice says bipolar equals missed baths. Brolena said if she speaks on it, she will lose so many followers. Yeah. But the internet is forever, as I always say. So if there's footage out her with her in it, it's out there. Bobby says Nature Boy allowed them one meal a day called the Solar Moon Meal. Wow. So what time did they ate that at night, Bobby? when they ate the solar moon meal? Was that like at midnight? D-Fit says, if she spoke about it, that's the opposite of her brand with her YouTube channel. Why would a narcissist speak the truth? That's very true. I was just thinking along the side of just getting in front of something. You know how when stuff go down in Hollywood or celebrities or famous people, if you got a publicist, a lot of times they say it's best to get in front of it, and you put it out there first before somebody else comes and put it out there. So that's what I was, thinking about it from that standpoint. I suppose, either way, it would just take a hit to her brand. But what do you all think she would say, or how she would justify it if we were to locate the footage and present it and say, hey, there's Rose right there? Like, what do you think she'll say? Because to be honest, I don't think she'll lose that many followers. I mean, those rosebuds, they've been there, they ride or die. And she even done some crazy stuff. And they're still there. They're still there riding hard for her. I don't know. I think she might have to go to jail for some crazy violent stuff for her to lose her followers. And I don't know. I just think it has to be very extreme to me for her to lose her followers, because they're so engulfed in her. And now as I'm thinking about it, somebody in the comments mentioned her treating her followers like a cult. Y'all ever notice that before she ends every live, she has the rosebuds drop a rose? She makes them take action. Y'all notice that? Before she ends each live, the rosebuds take action. She makes them drop rosebuds in the chat. Do you all think that there's some type of link there with worshipism, like how Nature Boy had his followers worshiping him? Do you think that dropping of the rosebuds in the chat is a sign of worship? Do you all think that would be equivalent to them throwing flowers to her feet? Just go with me as I'm thinking about all of this, because what I'm doing is I've been doing a lot of research and I've been watching a lot of footage. Plus me being familiar with who Nature Boy is, me being familiar with who she is, me thinking about how she moves, how she operates, the things she say, the mindset. Now it has me to wonder, do she view it, was her ultimate goal was to have the control of people's minds and to get people to follow her the way Nature Boy has been able to have people follow him? Do you all think that maybe that was what the root of starting up the YouTube channel was? Do you think that's what that could have been? Do you think that when she was in that world and she saw how he was trying to plant seeds for people to worship him, do you think that she walked away saying, I'm going to create something to where I can get that type of response from people? Do you think she could have done that? Do you think that's where the rosebuds come in? I've been on a live before where she was talking to the rosebuds and they asked her in the comments, why are you so addicted to the internet? And she said, I'm addicted to you all. That is what she said. That is what she said. I'm addicted to you all. And remember I said before she ends a live, she says, drop your rosebuds. She's giving commands. She's giving commands to the people who follow her. Them damn people don't even realize that they are part of something. It's the control, the brain. They don't even realize it yet. They don't realize it. But you can see by the actions, by her instructing them to do things. Peep how she instructs them. She instructs them to do things, to move a certain way. It's mind control. And they don't realize it. But do people who are under control mentally, do they even realize they under mind control? Does it take for you to have to be removed from someone, maybe forcefully, and then some time? Because like Nature Boy has gone to jail. So now these people, his followers, they have this time away from him, where from what I'm coming to learn is that some of them are coming to kind of wake up and separate themselves from just carbonation. So what I'm wondering is maybe if these people, for them to really realize, I've actually had people in my comments say, I was a hard, staunch follower of hers. Then I ended up taking a break from the internet for whatever reason. And when I came back and I listened to her, I was like, what the hell? It was like they couldn't even consume her like that anymore because they had that time away. Y'all see what I'm saying? Where sometimes it takes for you to have to take a break from something or someone for you to realize the toxicity of something. Because a lot of times when you're living in it and when you're in it, you just so engulfed in it to where you don't even realize how bad something is. Like somebody can tell you how bad it is, but you don't really see it being that bad because you're in it. But then for whatever reason, somehow you're removed from it. And then there's that opportunity to go back to it. And you were like, oh, hell no. Almost like, think about, say, a bad relationship. You was with somebody. It was toxic. Somehow y'all separated. I don't know. Maybe that fool, that nut went to jail, got locked up. But somehow you got a break from them. But then when y'all found yourself back together, it didn't really last that long because you were like, you got a break from just the foolishness to where you couldn't even see yourself entertaining it no more. And so there are people who have been in my comments, some people who are subscribers to me. They talk about that. They'll say, I was once a rosebud, but I ended up taking a break. And when I went back, I was like, what the hell is this? And they said they couldn't do it. They couldn't do it. So with the rosebuds, a lot of them, they probably haven't had a break from it. With the rosebuds, a lot of them probably haven't had a break from it to where they've still been living in it, to where they haven't gotten that realization of what the hell it is that they done got caught up in. I'm just saying, y'all start peep gang, pay attention. Hey, what's up, Judge Fifi? How you doing? They done playing on your phone? I don't know why they be playing with you. I don't know why the hell they be playing with you. Of all people to play around with, I don't know why they choose you. Fifi know where your dead great grandma and grandpa buried at. I don't understand why they be playing with you. But that's what I think. So I think that when she left that in that world, in her mind was to create her own world. her mind was to create her own world. And I think that's what she's done. I think she's created her own world on the internet with her over 1 million followers. Yeah, she's done that. So that's what is given to me. Listen, Ariana, that is what is given to me. Y'all like, share, subscribe, comment. Ocean's Moonlight said, and having children sleep on the beanbag stood out to me with both of them. Yes, like to me, I feel like she has her own world. The rosebuds, that's her cult world. How many of y'all in here, if y'all used to follow her, how many of y'all thrown some rosebuds? She's her words, drop your rosebuds. She do that. When I go to her chat, like today, she was live. And when I clicked on it, I seen in the chat, bunch of rosebuds. So that already let me know she's about to get off. Because she always says, drop your rosebuds. I've been on YouTube for many, many years, just as a subscriber, listening to people, 4 years as a content creator. And I've never seen another person move the way she does when it comes to her followers, as far as with the commands that she makes of them. And here's the thing. When you get somebody mentally and you have these commands, you throw them out, it's not even you making them do anything. These people want to do this because you get control over their mind. Y'all don't think she done learned something while being underneath that man's leadership? Like, she's learned. You learn how to talk. You learn how to communicate. It's certain things you say and do. There are things that I assure you she learned from being in that world that she applies to her relationships, in particular to people on the internet. This is what has helped her to gain the following that she has. It's mind control. You get someone's mind, you can control anything. You gotta get access to someone's mind. Nature Boy still has access to those people in Carbonation Mine, and he locked up with a life sentence plus 10 years. Y'all, that mean they done gave him life. He dies. Let's just say this fool get reincarnated and come back. The system has said, hey, you got another 10 years on top of that. Just because you back. They gave that fool 10 years. They gave that fool life plus 10 years. So that's what that's what that translate to me. Like, even after you die and you think you want to come back as a woman or whatever, you still got another 10 years. You still got another 10 years. So she knows what she's doing. It's the mind, it's the trickery. Just be grateful that you weren't caught up into any of that, because we peep game over here. Berlena says, Sheik, did you see how Eligio was telling the judge to look at him and told her that he loved her and forgave her? He was even trying to manipulate the judge. Yes, I saw that. That judge was just sitting there, didn't say nothing. I did see that. I can't help but to wonder who he learned from. Because a lot of these things, like when we see these cult leaders and these people move in certain ways, there was somebody else before them who they learned from. I'm curious to know who he learned from, because we know where she learned, we know where she got her teachings from. Ocean's Moonlit says she has a demonic spirit attachment. That's why some people are attracted to her and others feel drained or ill after consuming her content. It makes sense. It makes sense. So the good thing about it, and as we talk about it over here, is being aware. Because when you become aware of things like this, it has you to be able to recognize these type of things. When you see people that give off certain energies and you've kind of seen it before, you be like, oh, okay, I've seen that before. I know what this is. This is why I'm able to speak the way I'm speaking about her, is because I'm familiar with Nature Boy and I've been watching his content more lately, or people react to his content just to, as I've been trying to, learn more about Rose's, connection to that world. So I'm becoming familiar with the ideologies, their beliefs, the thought process, and all of that. So because of that, and I'm looking at how she moves, I'm lining things up and I'm connecting the dots. And that's how, with that, when you see one, you see, it's what they say, when you seen one, you seen them all. It's the same thing. When I see one person moving in a suspect way, in a way that's not kosher, and I see somebody else moving similarly to that, like, oh shit, they on that stuff. They on that stuff. You just gotta pay attention. Virtuous says 50 more likes. Please hit the like button. Thank you, Virtuous Woman. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to those of you who are new to my channel. I'm Sheik. Welcome. Welcome to those of you who are returning. I want to come on live today to talk about Queen of Kings and the drama that she's managed to get her family caught up in. By Fifi said that she's been having, Rose family members, the sister, Makwane, playing on her phone, calling her phone. She's been getting threats and things like that. And Fifi not playing with them, rightfully so. And I feel that if Rose can press charges and call herself a police ass B, whatever, y'all know what she do and say, I feel like no other people can do the same thing. So if this is happening, which I believe, Fifi showed her receipts that she is being harassed, I think she should deal with them accordingly. And if she got to get them folks involved, she need to go ahead and get them folks involved, because there's no reason for her to be having people playing on her phone. And now she done messed around and got the sister business planted and being evicted a year ago. Fifi got that on the internet now. Like, it didn't even have to be that way. But Sue says the carbonation stuff is, I hate to say interesting. I'm going to have to research them too. It's very interesting. Anna says, Stacy, you are correct. It's giving cult. Yeah. What's up, Bless from Texas? Hey, she can check. Can't stay just checking in. Got to get back to work. Good to see you. Take care. Addison says, Nature Boy daughter Ileana is super smart and she seems to have her daddy's gift of gab. Wow. She looks exactly like him. I haven't seen her lately. I probably haven't seen her since she maybe was 2. But she looked, she looked exactly like him the last time I seen him. But if you're saying that she's smart and got her dad gift of gab, we can only just hope that she uses that gift is used for the positive. That's all we can hope, is that the gift is used for the positive. Anna says, Suze, yes, I've been watching some since Sheik was mentioning it. Yep, get into it because I'm going to be coming back with some more. Sue says it's super interesting because it lasted for so many years and they live streamed their entire lives. So you saw the manipulation firsthand. Yes, that's why I bet you that is what prompted her to put her life on the internet, because she saw how he was able to make money that way, because that's how he made his money, off of the internet. And then people from around the world would see him and they would come to him, and whatever money they had access to, he was enticing them to give it to him, because supposedly, this is what we were going to live off of. We a family, put it in the pot. Put it in the pot. Anna says, Laura, they got so far gone, there is no point of return. Yeah, they're very far gone. Today I was watching someone's channel, and one of the ladies, the wives, she was, I guess, talking on Beagle. I don't know if you all familiar with that platform. It's another internet platform. I played around with it before a couple years ago. My husband hates Beagle. I had a bigger following on Beagle at one point than my following was, on YouTube before I started covering Queen of Kings. So Beagle, it's very interesting. It's very interesting, but I would have a good time over there. But Lord, y'all, he hated Beagle. So apparently I've just learned, like Nature Boy, they spent a lot of time over there on Beagle. And that's where they were making money and things like that. But now that he's locked up, the popularity, things like that, isn't what it used to be. But I'm willing to bet that's where she kind of got that idea and saw that, wow, you really can make money on the internet. You can make money on the internet. That's why she's, stuck on the internet. Aqua says, hey, Ariana, I'm listening and cooking. I am glad to be amongst ladies who aren't brainwashed by Rose and her following. It's a beautiful thing, Aqua Rose. Laura says he took their money, controlled sex, very people's temple. Yeah, because he said he's God. He said he's God. And I was watching something where he went around the room to each of the members and asked them how much money they'd each given him. And it was hundreds of, it was like 60,000, 30,000, 20,000. Somebody might have gave 100,000, 90,000. It was crazy numbers. Then there was some who said, they didn't have money like that to give. So he was like, if you did have money, would you give it to me? How much would you give it to me? Would you give me all of it if you won the lottery? They was like, yes, we'd give you all the money. Like, y'all, and they legit, you can tell by the look in their face, like they legit look like they meant it too. Like they would literally give that man their last, all they have, if they could, if they had it to give. This is how brainwashed they were. D Fit says, Nature Boy walking around with no shirt and no shoes on, just like the sons. Janelle says, 6 goes too far to threaten someone on behalf of a YouTube channel to follow you. So, let's go back. Let's have a flashback. When I first started covering Queen of Kings content in July, So within that first month of reviewing her content and talking about it, there was a video that I did that was done, I think it was like 3 years ago. So it was before they were married, and baby number 3 was just little. He was maybe like 4 months old. And it was like a Q&A video. It's a Q&A video with her talking to her followers, the rosebuds, and somebody asked her, I don't know if they asked her, but she got to talking about what she was attracted to. She said that she's attracted to, this is with her description of the type of man that she likes. She said she likes tall, fit black men with locks. Nature Boy has locks. He's black. He's fit. So as I'm learning about, Nature Boy and her potential, her potential connection to that world, Nature Boy's description is a description of the type of man that she's attracted to. So again, I say, think about reasons as to why she may have left that world. Why isn't she around? From a physical standpoint, he checks off the boxes of what she was attracted to. Was she not interested in the idea of sharing? Because I believe the average person, the average man and the average woman, isn't interested in sharing their partner. So was she not interested in the polygamy, thing where she just kind of wanted him for herself and that wasn't an option? Like there's a few things, reasons we can probably come up with as to why she left, but the type of man she's attracted to, he fits the description. And that's a video I have on my big channel, the other channel, Chic Speaks, going back into like July, August, where there was a video where she talked about the type of, it was a Q&A, and she gave a description of the type of man that she likes. Sue says she at Chic, yep, that description sure fits Pillsbury. So she said that he was in the video. And then in that same video, she says, so that was the thing. That's why it stood out to me, because that description was nothing like what she had. But what she went on to say is that, well, but Brett, he's a white version of my dad. My dad is a tall man. He's big and he's bald. And so she said in that same video that Brett is the white version of my dad. But when she first started talking, she gave a description of the type of man she was attracted to. And it was nothing like what she has. So it was just like, how the hell we get here if you're saying this is what you like? So I think she has what she likes, but what she likes aren't trying to give her what she wants. I think she came across a man that was willing to give her more than the men who she wanted to give her, what they were willing to give her. The men that she want, the black men, the tall, strong black man with the locks, I don't feel they found value in her like that to take her serious. They didn't find the value in her. So then when she came across Brett, he was willing to go and take her serious in a way all the way down to the altar that no other man was willing to do on that type of level. Because even with Adonis, I don't know what the situation was with their marriage or whatever, but from my understanding, there was some type of annulment. It only happened because they needed to stay underneath his parents' home, underneath their roof in the basement. It was kind of almost like a necessity type, not just because I truly want to do this, almost like, hell, we need some place to live. Almost like a dire need type situation. Ariane called code switch, exactly. So here's my thing. Do you just stop being attracted to what you're attracted to because you got something else on your arm? Is she just trying to convince herself that this what she got on her arm is really what she want? Like, think about it. If you normally get attracted to somebody that basically looks like you, meaning your color, textured hair, locks, like, do you just overnight just stop being attracted to that? Like, really think about it. Do you just stop being attracted to that overnight because you now with something else? I don't think so. I don't think you just stop being attracted to that. You're attracted to what you're attracted to, even if what you're attracted to makes you mad and pissed off. It doesn't negate that that's what gets you going, that's what you're attracted to, right? Sometimes we be like, oh my God, I hate that I like this, but it is what it is, you know, especially I'm going off of like if it's something centered around the physical, because you can change what you're attracted to when it comes to like the inner. You evolve. You want somebody more mature. But when it comes to the physical, like we typically are attracted to what we're attracted to with the physical, because that has no bearing on the inner character of someone. You just like what you like, right? So she ended up making a life with some man that she's been trying to make fit. And it's just like, how do you make that fit when that's just not really what moves you? You know what I'm saying? Y'all think Brent really do it for her like that? Coming off of, okay, so let's put this in context. We got Nature Boy, and then you got Brett. So that means there was an attraction for Nature Boy. How the hell you go from this over to this? And I'm just talking about from a physical. I ain't even talking about character, nothing like that. I'm just saying from a physical. How you jump from Nature Boy, how you go from Nature Boy to Brett. I'm just trying to understand, y'all. I'm just trying to understand. That's why it's giving that she left that community in her feelings for some reason. She was disappointed. Things were not working out the way she wanted them to, so she left. And to me, it's giving she left to go be with something here. Follow me here. Maybe she left to go run to somebody and got with a Brett. So and create this big presence on the internet just so Nature Boy could see it as a way to get back at him. Because y'all know she's not above that. Maybe he hurt her feelings so bad and pissed her off to where she said, I got something for you. I'm about to go and hook up with the very man that you despise. This is who I'm finna go run to, because I can see her doing that. She gives that she'll just go be spiteful to do something. And then, so not only did she go run to the white man, she created this big, huge brand to gloat in front of him in the world. So here, maybe you all her creating this channel, and remember her content would always be with pushing this man in our face. Maybe she did all that to push him into Nature Boy's face. Nature Boy and Adonis. But maybe she did all that to push him into the faces of these men that she felt rejected by. It makes sense to me, because it's doing nothing for us women, you know, that she's doing that. So to me, I feel like it was more so the message was to the black man. The message was to the black man. Let me show you what I can do. Since you want to treat me like this, you want to do this, I'm finna go and do what you've taught me to not do. I'm about to go do that. And I'm about to do it and do it on the internet to where when you go to YouTube, you finna see me, because hell, if we was seeing her all in our faces, hell yeah, he was seeing her too. He know who the Queen of Kings is. He was seeing her just like any of us. You just never know why people do things. Because remember, a lot of times people always say like she race bait. Why did she do this? Why did she do this? Why? Maybe it was rooted in just her feelings towards him and wanting to get back at him. To me, it makes sense. As I'm learning about her connection to him in that world, it makes sense that she was doing a lot of things to get back at them, just to kind of poke the bear. Ocean Moonlight said her content is boring. I only watch because of the drama between reaction channels. Blue said, what's up, Blue? She said it's all about money for her. Her community wouldn't be as interested if they weren't biracial couple. Yes, I agree. Laura says she likes his blue eyes. Brolena says a virtuous woman. People were asking for the prices to do down, so I guess she lowered them. Pink Angels, what's up? You said, wait, she was in a cult? Listen, Pink Angel, what I've been learning, people been in my comments talking about that she used to be affiliated with the original Carbonation of Nature Boy, if you're familiar with Nature Boy and Carbonation. So I've been researching that, coming up with my own thoughts and things surrounding that. But yeah, that's what the word on the curb is. That is what the word on the curb is. Francis says, it's okay to have different types of men, but I don't think that she really likes white men. I think she's just with Brett because of his white skin. Exactly. And it could be her trying to get back at someone. Who could she be getting back at? Who could she be on the internet really virtually communicating with? Because you all this time, she probably could have been doing all this virtually signaling to Nature Boy and the Carbonation. Every time going live and doing these things with this white man. Taunting them. Saying, look at me. I bet y'all didn't think I was going to do this. I told y'all, if y'all mess with me, what I was going to do. To me, she just gives that she would do something like that. Like she would go to that extreme just to get back at them or him. In particular, him. Virtuous says smash the like is free. Yes, it's free. Please smash the like. Hey, Victoria. Yes, Victoria, you following me? Brolena says at Ariane, yes, as for last night, the links and prices were there. Haven't checked today. The men were saying $24 was too much. Virtuous said these women are, never mind, it's hopeless, saving my breath. What's up, B-Dog? Said hello, she can chat. Hey, how you been? I ain't seen you in a minute. Laura says maybe she had the idea of the channel and Brett fit the mold. Yes. Yes. B-Day is in the house. Ash says, I settled for someone in another race that I wasn't totally attracted to and had a child with him. Big mistake. I feel like, I think she started out, it was just for her taunting, settling, until it just, next thing you know, she was just kind of knee deep in it and had this family and this brand. And she's like, hell, I got to keep it going. But I feel like initially it started out with her taunting black men. Yes, I felt like that's what it started out with, her taunting black men. Asha is not my child, but the decision to settle. I understand. I definitely understand. Virtuous says, Beta, I miss you too, sis. Hope you feeling better. Yes. Stacy says, well, she talks about sharing now. Yes. Janelle says, how can all her supporters be okay with her selling herself online? She got them in the chokehold. She got their minds in the chokehold. Beta says, Virtuous slowly approaching the content, feeling much better. Sue says, I agree with that, Sheik. The message was the black man. However, when it came to Adonis, it didn't work. He cut total communication from her. Yes. I think in general, she wanted to have, I think the overall, I don't think she got the impact she wanted by what she did. But as a result of what she did, she did grow to have a large brand. But I think everything kind of grew. I think everything kind of grew far larger than what she would have even thought. But initially it started out with her just trying to taunt them, black men, Nature Boy, Adonis, whoever on the internet. And in the midst of her doing that, she grew into a really big brand, a big name. But I don't think she really foresaw, foreseen it growing like that. It was just really showing them. Since you only, if you go live on the internet and people who you try to communicate with or want to see you, they on the internet too. She's like, okay, well, let me jump on the internet. I know they on the internet, so if I jump on the internet, they'll see me. I think that's where it stemmed from. Her just wanting to be seen. And in the midst of her just wanting clout, attention from those men, it grew just her brand in general, where people just started, following her for her shenanigans, So it just kind of became bigger than I think even what she would ever thought. I don't think 3 years ago she would have thought in a million years her brand would be what it is today. I don't think so. I don't think so at all. But here we are. Pink Angel says, wow, interesting. Yes, it's very interesting. Brolena says, Janelle, last night I only saw 4 comments. The men were asking for the price to go down and women were saying it was too much. Haven't checked to see if the link is there. Virtuous says, Janelle, birds of a feather flock together. Eagles do fly with pigeons. So that should tell you a lot. Ariane says, yes, Chic, I agree. Ocean says, I think she never felt protected as a child and her husband showed up for her in ways others didn't. I agree. I agree that Brett, what he does for her is more than any other man has ever done for her, which is why he's her wife. He's her savior, her king. But at the same time, he ain't even doing a whole lot, but it's more than what anybody else has done. So, when she compared it to, he's doing more than anybody else. So there you go with that. Blue says, I bet half her peeps don't realize that the OnlyFans side is even. Yeah, probably not. Laura says, are his people defensive of him? Would they not come at her on her platform? I don't know. I don't follow her. Like, I've heard someone before, I think on my last live, say that I think they said they'd gone into her live before and told her that they recognized her from Carbonation and she ended up blocking them. She didn't really acknowledge, I think, the comment. I think they said she ended up blocking them. So I think a lot of the people, I don't know why they don't go over there. Maybe they, I don't know. Because maybe at the time when she was a part of that world, the following was so small to where it wasn't that many people in there. So a lot of the people who are part of that community now kind of came after the fact. So they may not even know that she used to be a member over there, because from my understanding, she was one of the original members. So we're talking about over 6 years ago. That was back when he didn't have a big following at all. He probably had like less than 10 people, maybe 5, 6. It wasn't a lot. So I think that's probably why a lot of people ain't coming for her, because they came after her. So they ain't even really realize that she used to be one of them, because they weren't even one of them at that time. That's what I think. Janelle said it's literally $15 to random creeps to beat off to you. I can't. Oh my goodness. Woo, child. Ocean says she never felt protected. That's why she even uses her boys for protection. Yeah, really, when you really pay attention, like, you can connect the dots and try to, really make sense of a lot of the foolishness that we see. Victoria Hall said vindictiveness is one of the many narcissist behavior traits. Francis says she's willing to share Bigfoot because she doesn't care about him. And maybe she gets that. So here's another thing. When we think about Nature Boy in comparison, maybe now when she think back to when she had her little running around with Nature Boy and not being able to have him all to herself, maybe she eventually came to understand that he don't really care about me, because that's why he's willing to, share me or share people, because he don't care like that. So now in her own relationship, her like, oh, this is what it's like to be willing to share somebody, because, you don't care. You're disconnected. You're willing to share. I think she's learned a lot of toxic, dysfunctional things from her time being in carbonation. And she applies those things to her life today. I think the only thing that she goes against is just being with the white man. But everything else, I think she applies. I think most of the things that Nature Boy was on, she applies. She definitely applies. Blue says she wants her ex attention so bad, she's ruining her sons because of it. Yeah, just selfish. Brat Baby says, I think when women say they want a man like their dad, they're talking about morals, values, work ethics, not appearance. Exactly, Brat. Exactly. Yep. Aqua says, Blues, everyone knows what OnlyFans is. Her code is all that life. Yeah, they just don't care. Stacey says protection is what she wanted. Yeah. Bida says people are watching the endless drama that they provide, but we tired of the craziness and the children being neglected. It breaks my heart. Yeah, it's tough. Aqua Rose says, I bet a lot of her following is from people who sick fetish interests. You have to live under a rock not to see what she has been showing over the past months and years. So you're right. No telling those people who do follow her and tune in what their reasons are. You're right, because there's a lot of sick people out here. You're so right. Bida says, but how long do we excuse their behavior? Like, if there's no excuse, you don't excuse it. You know, we talk about it, bring awareness. And around with this whole Nature Boy connection, to me, it helps me to kind of understand more of what I've been seeing playing out since I've been, following her closely since the summer. So I come out here to kind of let you know what my thoughts are, because maybe it'll start to connect the dots for some of you with some of the disturbing things we see with how she moves as a woman, as a wife, as a mother, the things that don't add up that most of us don't really agree with. It could just be centered around that cult-like mindset. That the reason why it's so mind-boggling to us is because we don't have that cult-like mindset. So to us, we're like, what the hell is this? Like, what's going on? But with someone who has that type of mindset, it's like, what do you mean? It's nothing wrong with it. Just like her followers over there, she's already got in their minds. She learned from, can you say she learned from the best? I mean, Nature Boy is huge. He's not the best guy from a moral compass, but when it comes to cult-like behavior, following the things he was able to get people to do for him on command, literally like men, him having men drop to rub his feet, massage. He was having men to drop to do those things faster than women. These men that you would see, some of you are familiar with the content, the men and women, they're beautiful women, attractive looking. A lot of the men were attractive looking men. They weren't, none of these people were people where from an aesthetic place, they were hideous people that looked like they couldn't go and be with somebody because they just looked that bad. I have yet to see anyone in carbonation that looks that bad to where I felt like they couldn't go out and find somebody to love just them. Like, there was nobody. Now, they may have came to start looking dirty and dusty, but when you look beyond that and just looking at just their physical, their features, these people weren't that bad looking. Even Nature Boy isn't a bad looking man. He's dirty. He's smelling all of that. Don't want no parts of him. But from an attractive place, if he's cleaned up and had some act like he has some sense, like he would be somebody that probably women would have an interest of saying, hey, I wouldn't mind getting to know this person. Because, initially it's going to be the physical attraction. So his background, he used to be a stripper. So he has a, muscular frame. I don't know how tall he is. He look like he got some height on him. Melanated skin. Some women are into the locked hair. So from an aesthetic standpoint, if people didn't know that he was on the type of time that he could have gotten probably, women who got some sense. women with brain. He could have maybe got some women to show interest in him if he wasn't, on his whole cult like stuff. So what I'm saying is that he got these people's minds. He got their mind. He had their minds in a chokehold. Rose has learned that. She knows, she watched him. She knew how to get a hold of these people's mind. And to me, it seemed like his weapon, how he used sex to get hold of these people. And this is how she keeps people's attention. Think about it. When she's online and doing certain things with her body, showing certain parts of her body, there's a lot of, sometimes things can be subconsciously done to where it's not outright blatant, but she knows it's like little things by wearing certain clothes, doing certain movements, you're communicating in a way that's subconscious, like it's not direct. I am sure she's learned these tactics from him. It's almost like an art of seduction, manipulation. It's an art. Everybody don't have the ability to be able to grasp people's attention like that. Just to make it even easier for some of you, just think about some people just as content creation. Everybody can't be a content creator. Everybody don't have the ability to grab people's attention. You ever notice some people you may see, say they're on the internet, they're content creators. They have to have like a whole panel. They got to have a bunch of people with them to keep the show going, to keep interest. Then you have some people that they just solo dolo. They're always just by themselves, like where they're able to keep, have people have attention on them and keep people engaged by themselves. Some people have the ability to be able to do that and some people don't. Nature Boy has the ability to get people's attention, to have people see him and only him. Rose, she does it, but not in a way in which he can do it. So she has to rely more on her children, her husband, but she works overtime through sex with trying to get people and keep people's attention from the use of sex by how she dresses, the language that she speaks, how she moves her body. She's luring you in through sex. That is how she's luring people in. And a lot of times, from what I've learned, people who are into like the demonic type things, a lot of that is rooted in sex. From what I've learned about that whole world is sex. So she knows some things, she's learned some things, and she's implementing those things every day on the internet. So when you know, fortunately for us, we are not rosebuds, so we're not getting caught up into all of that. But those people over there that follow her, many of them are already caught up. They're already caught up in that world, and it's no coming back from that. It would take for her to probably have to be removed from the internet for them to be cut off, for them to snap out of it. If they do, it's almost like she'd have to be taken away from them, and it's not at their will. It's someone coming and, taking her away from them. Otherwise, she has them in trance. She already has them. She has their mind already. She's achieved her goal. And everybody don't have the ability to do that. That's why when you have the ability and the gift to be able to lead, you have to do that responsibly. I know just for my personality, I know I'm a person that was a natural, just born leader, communicator, all of that. So what that means is that I have the ability to do good with that, and I have the ability to do bad with that. I choose to do good by how I speak on here. But imagine if I chose to not do good, how many people I can lead to hell. Like, really, think about it. And you got people to where they know they have the gift to to get people's attention, and they'll do bad with that. Nature Boy knew that he had those people's attention, the ability to get people to go to the pits of hell, and he was doing it. He knew that. Early on, you know, he in the very beginning, I truly believe that when he was out to lead people, it was coming from a good place. I truly, truly believe that. I believe it was rooted in good. But a lot of times things take a turn when ego comes into play. And when ego comes into play, that's when you start feeling yourself and you see the control and the influence that you have on people, and you take advantage of it. And that's what he did. He took advantage. So with her, she does the same thing. She's taking advantage of her rosebuds because she knows that she's managed to get their attention. And she's largely managed to get their attention through sex. She's managed to get their attention. So now that she has their attention, it's like, oh, I can get them to move, to think, to behave however I want them to, because I got their attention. I got their minds already. So it's about getting that initial control, and then they become followers. And that's where she's at right now. She has the control, and now they're just following her wherever she wants them to go. She learned that. She learned that from being in carbonation. She learned that. So we can say she learned from the best. I don't know. I don't know how big his following got, as far as, I don't think he ever hit the millions, but it's almost like she ended up outpacing him. Because who would you say really is the bigger name? Like, if he wasn't in jail, do you think he would have more traction right now on the internet than Rose Miller, even with attached to her Queen of Kings? Because she's so huge. Y'all, let me tell you, this is how huge she is. There's nothing else I can talk about on this internet that brings out more people, get more views, that get me more views than me talking about her, that brand. Whether you like her, you love her, you hate her, whatever you feel about her. When people talk about her, collective, there are so many people who run to listen. That speaks to how big her name is on the internet in particular, because I only hang out at YouTube. So on YouTube, she is huge. She is big. Whether you like it or not, whether you love her or hate her, she's very big. She's very, very big. And I know that because the numbers don't lie, just from my numbers between two channels. I move around. I try to talk about different things. People do not show up in a way that they show up when I have her as a topic for my content. I bet you any of the other people, reaction channels that talk about her and they talk about anybody else, they will co-sign what I said. Their views do not look the same when they talk about anybody else. When I first came out here talking about her this summer, I compared her brand to the Kardashians. The reason why I did it is because people love to hate the Kardashians. You either love them or you hate them, but guess goddamn what? You know who the hell they are, and your ears are popped. You tuned in when you're hearing someone say something that has popped off with them. This is how she is when it comes to the internet, in particular, YouTube. It is what it is. It is what it is. I wish that other things could get the same type of attention as her name does, but you all, it doesn't. It doesn't. She knows it too. So as people have said, she's now starting to accept that because of reaction channels like mine, Fifi's, Tosh, whatever, we give her content. We allow for her to have things to talk about. Because even though in her own world, without talking about reaction channels, you don't feel like she got a lot going on. She got enough going on that keeps people talking. Even if it's foolishness, it got people talking. It has people tuned in. It's enough. It is enough. Rose Miller, Queen of Kings. When people talk about her, it brings the numbers. It does. It is what it is. It is what it is. Let's get to these comments. Let's get to these comments where I left off. Ocean Moonlight says, Nature Boy was also essayed. Their over sexual behavior is how they think they are reclaiming that power. I can believe that. Francis says, Libras are pretty charming. Brad says that D, apparently her mom had sex with her stepson. Lord, child. Ariane said, yes, she got agree. Blues said, dirty, smelly folks aren't my idea of sexually attractive. Mine's either. But when it comes to just Rose or even Nature Boy, just from removing hygiene and just from just features, aesthetic, on average, to another black man and to another black woman, Rose and Nature Boy, I believe, would be fairly desirable people just from the aesthetics of just features. Looking at facial structure, body. That's it. I'm just leaving it at that. I believe they both would be considered to be more on the attractive side. They're both at least sevens, eights, at least. Argue with your mama, not me. At least they're 7 or 8 from the attractiveness, from the features, when you just remove everything else about them. Francis Gomez says, that's why I love you. Love you too, Francis. 100. Addison says, if Nature Boy had a white girl, he would pass her up. D-Fit says, no, she didn't learn from carbonation. She learned from her parents. Can't blame Nature Boy for her behaviors. I think that she learned from her parents. What I'm saying is what I feel like she learned from carbonation is the mind manipulation part, as far as from just that cult like to the what do you call it? The master of seduction, to seduce through sex, to get the people to do what you want to do. That whole cult part. I think she learned that part from him. Blue says, I don't believe her sub count. Her views are really low on many videos. Levette says, when Rose gave her father-in-law breakfast on live today, she sneezed as she was giving him his plate. I heard that, but it didn't. You couldn't see her, and I'm like, I wonder what was her face turning, because I saw that. I had tuned in and I saw that, and I just wondered, like, what was the positioning of her body when she was handing off that plate. I just hoped for the best for father-in-law. D-Fit said, now she's going to compare herself to the Kardashians. Great chic. Well, I had said that before in the summer. Actually, I think I had told her that when she joined my live, when I was doing a fitness video during the summer, when she had joined my live with Dana. That was that weekend I snapped on her. So that day before I snapped, it was on a Friday, and she had joined my live during the fitness video. And I ended up telling her, trying to explain to her just what people on the outside, kind of how we viewed her. And I ended up using that as an example. But really, regardless, even if people say her actual views are down with people watching her content, you know whose views are still up there? For the reaction channels to her content. People are still interested in what she got going on. For whatever reason it is, people are still interested, which is why people tune in to the reaction channels to talk about her. Blue says the K's don't, however, wear sports bras for 4 days in a row. That thing got to stand up on its own. Yes, it got to stand up on its own. Ocean's Moonlit says, I don't think she's that popular. I support multiple reaction channels that speak on her. It's a lot of the same people in that chat. But it is, you're right. It's a lot of the same people in the chat. A lot of us have the same. But what I'm saying is that it's got a lot of people's attention. Even with those other like other channels who don't cover her regularly and they'll do a video on her, they'll get a lot of views. Like it'll just be y'all. Yeah, I'm just saying, I'm just judging it from the end of a content creator. People, we watch our analytics and we got all these different things we talk about. So you can see where the numbers are. People are really interested in talking about her. And this is just me going from the end of content creation. And I think other content creators would know what I'm talking about just from knowing, like, okay, when I put out this kind of content, what the numbers look like versus when I put out the content associated with her, what the numbers look like. They're undeniable. I know for me it is. I know for me it is. Stacy says, you're right. She uses her body and her demonic behavior to seduce her followers. That's what she do. DFit says people are drawn to drama. It's not necessarily her. I believe it's a lot of YouTubers who want to see see her go down. DFit said people want to see a train wreck. DFit said it's definitely not her. It's people's interest to see her, regardless of what it is. What I'm saying is that her name pulls people in for whatever, all these reasons that you say, which I agree. What I'm saying is what they say, a publicist will tell their client, bad publicity is better than no publicity. What I'm saying is that her name draws attention for whatever the reason is. And I believe it's all those reasons you just said, DFit. I'm just saying whatever it is, no matter what I put in with her name or title and what it's going to be, what conversation is centered around, it still bring in numbers more than the next person that I could talk about, right? It's just what it is. And that's just me speaking from a content creation standpoint, not a viewer standpoint. Have a good evening, DFit. Thanks for checking in, tapping in with us. TNT says it's a drama and a train wreck show folks are tuned in to see, not her per se. Yes, I agree. But she also knows that whatever she's doing, people are tuned in to see it. So if it is the train wreck, she's like, okay, well, they finna team. It's basically, she's not motivated to give any better type of content because she knows that people are out to see her basically fall. They just want to see the mess. She knows that. So she gets on. We don't see her elevate herself to try to show that she's trying to present a better version of herself. No, because she understands that what she is giving is enough to have people talking, regardless if it's good or bad. It's just to get people talking. I think, yes, it's all negative. It's not, that they like her. It's just all that comes with her. People are interested in all that comes with her and wanting to have like dialogue about her. Blue says Cactus is a contradiction. She has 18,000 veneers, but at the same time, she's allergic to bathing. Make it make sense. Blue, listen, we all be over here confused. With her acting like she allergic to water. But it is what it is. She just don't like damn water. But none of them people in carbonation seem to like water either. I guess, I don't know if that started with the carbonation or hell, did she like water when she was a child? I don't know. I'm just going to say anytime I've ever seen her mother I don't know. There's nothing about her mom that ever gave that she need a bath. I just have no memory of ever having that thought about her mama. So I don't know if this goes back that far, if this is, maybe when she joined the carbonation and there was some thought process centered around, quote unquote, living off of land, literally, and not needing to hit no water and no soap. I don't know. But listen, I'm agreeing with y'all all in here. I'm just saying that people tune in for the mess. And one thing, as we all may agree on, that negativity definitely outsells positivity. Like negativity is just going to naturally just bring in more attention to just situations. Think about just any news clip and somebody's telling a story about something that happened at a restaurant. It's going to be more people tuned in to listen to what had happened if it was something negative versus if it was some good deed that took place. Negativity sells. That's what gets the people talking. That's what brings the people's attention. I know that. I see that. I have to navigate through that just as being a content creator when I think about the things to talk about, because as content creator, it's largely not about what we want to discuss out here. It's driven off of subscribers, you all viewers, what you want to hear. And the reality of this situation is that in large numbers, more people want to hear the story centered around negativity versus positivity. It's just the way it is. The drama, the nonsense, bring in views. People running in droves want to hear it. If it's something more positive, make your heart feel warm and fuzzy, people not trying to hear that. People not trying to hear that. It's just the way it is. It is what it is. Brat Baby says, Ariane, I just feel bad for her kids. Yeah, you should. We all do. Oceans Moonlit says, we'll keep talking about her. We'll keep tuning in, get that money. TNT says they both look like they don't practice good hygiene. Can you imagine the smell afterwards? Lord, yes. That's why when I learned about the connection with them, I'm like, oh my goodness. Them two being together, that is a bad combination. That's a bad combination. But I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I thank y'all for joining in. Y'all know I've been under the weather. I want to come out here and just jump on live and chat up with y'all and see what's been going on, see how your holiday was. I will probably, be back live again. Just get myself a little better. I know I'm behind on my fitness videos. Listen, child, I've been struggling, trying to keep it together. I was able to muster up getting a couple of shorts out this weekend. That's normally not even my thing. I said, let's play around with these shorts because that's all I had the energy to do, child. I didn't have to use my voice. Been on here coughing and hacking. Just trying to keep it together. So I do thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Thank you, Ocean's Moon. Thank you. Listen, I didn't caught Rose germs. The last time I seen Rose, she was laid up on the couch at her daddy's house doing what I'm doing, sniffing, just feeling bad. So I feel like I didn't got what she didn't got. But I do thank you all. Thanks, she. Get better. Enjoy your night. Thank you, Ariane. Yes, I'll be back as soon as I muster up the energy. I'll definitely be back. Make sure you subscribe to both channels because I don't know which channel I'm going to be back next on. But yeah, make sure you subscribe to my channels. Like I like to say, go out, take care of yourselves and one another. Show up in a way you want others to show up to you. Like attracts life. Be good energy. Have good energy. Give off good energy so you can get that in return. Take care of yourselves, everyone. Thank you, Francis. Thank you. I'll catch y'all on the next broadcast. Have a good evening. Peace.